is no additions or corrections to the agenda. So I would entertain a motion to approve the agenda as submitted. Second. Moved and seconded to approve the agenda as submitted. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carried. Moving on to reports, I believe Mrs. Fryer and Mrs. Tower will go first. I'll turn it over to you.
Mrs. Fryer and I guess, and I are here to give you some information from the bully victim questionnaire, which, I don't know if you remember, we were here last spring at a board meeting explaining how we were going to administer the questionnaire. And we went ahead and administered it last May to all students in grades 3 through 11. And the BVQ, the Bully Victim Questionnaire, was a standardized, validated, multiple-choice questionnaire, and it was designed to measure the number of aspects of bullying problems in students. It had 40 questions, and several of the questions had sub-questions. And like I said, we gave it to students in grades 3 through 11, and it was given anonymously. Students were asked to not put their name on it. They knew that we wouldn't know how they were responding. And we also administered it to everyone so that we had consistency in how it was administered. So she and I administered to all the students. The BVQ provides a detailed definition of bullying, and it was read aloud by us when we gave the survey, so that all the students had the same bullying definition when they were answering the question. And this is what the definition of bullying was that we read. We say a student is being bullied when another student or several other students say mean and hurtful things, or make fun of him or her, or call him or her mean and hurtful names. They completely ignore or exclude him or her from their group of friends, or leave him or her out of things on purpose. They hit, kick, push, shove around, or lock him or her inside a room. And they tell lies or spread false rumors about him or her, or send mean notes and try to make other students dislike him or her, and do other hurtful things like that. When we talk about bullying, these things happen more than just once, and it's difficult for the student being bullied to defend himself or herself. We also call it bullying when a student is teased more than just once in a mean and hurtful way. But we do not call it bullying when the teasing is done in a friendly and playful way. Also, it is not bullying when two students of about equal strength or power argue or fight. And then we'd ask, does everyone understand? So if there are questions, we would respond. So basically, we wanted to make sure that they knew it was intentional, negative act, it occurs repeatedly, and it's usually in a relationship that's characterized by the imbalance of power or strength. So those 3 key points, we made sure that they understood those things. And we also, when we administered, we talked about, we wanted the students to remember a specific time, and we had told them in the past couple of months, this Christmas break until now, we want you to be thinking about that time frame when you're answering these questions on the survey. And the BVQ uses that because that's thought to be a suitable length of time for students to remember experiences that may have happened. And then we have the data.
What we're going to do is we're going to show you several different slides, but there's going to be 4 slides for the same question because we asked, or we presented a BVQ in 4 buildings, and so we got the data back by building. So this first one is from the Sac Elementary Center, and the question is percentage of girls and boys who have been bullied 2 to 3 times a month or more. And you can see, I put into the national comparison too, so you can see how we compare with our students compared to the national comparison. And the national comparison is to other schools before implementation of BAES, so it was just like us, and they have an equal gender or equal size compared to us. So it's a pretty even comparison. So you can see just in those two grades, of third and fourth, we were higher than the national comparison. Next is the Wall Lake building. Right at that national comparison. The same data from the middle school building, and you'll see a spike with that 6th grade. That's a pretty common thread throughout our data. And then our high school. What you have to keep in mind is not 100% of our student body took this. So these percentages are the percentages of the students that took the BBQ. And it seems, Becky, correct me if I'm wrong, but the older the students got, a few more would drop off. Like especially when we got to the juniors, there were more students that didn't participate than down in the 3rd and 4th grade. And we kind of hit a bad time of year. Research papers were due, and state track, it was the week of state track, and so students were not most willing to give up their time at that point. Next question. Back to the Sac Elementary Center. The question is, percentage of girls and boys who have bullied other students 2 to 3 times or more a month. So first of all, we talked about have they been bullied. Now the question, I've turned it around to have they bullied others. And our data, this binder, is all the data that we got back. And we just pulled select questions, and it's broken down by gender, it's broken down by grade. But Becky and I decided, for time's sake, that we showed you boys and girls data together. Same question, the Wall Lake Center. These who have bullied other students 2 to 3 times a month. The middle school, you notice our spike again is in the last year's 6th grade, the current 7th grade. And then the high school. Going to the next question. They asked several different ways on the survey the types of bullying that students experienced. So this bar graph is just a little bit different. It's only broken down by girls being blue and boys being green. And then on the left side it talks about all the different ways. And as you can see, lots of verbal harassment, and exclusion for girls is quite high, rumors. And then the last one's another way, we have no idea of knowing what that is because they can't write on the survey. Moving to the Wall Lake Center. Similar, but threats sticks out more in this one. Same data in the middle school. Our middle school staff, and I believe the elementary just stopped Friday. Did you see Friday? Ours we showed Thursday. And our staff's comment was, yep, I would believe that that's what the numbers would be. Just dealing with it, hearing it, seeing it, that's what they agreed with what the data was showing. And then the high school data. Did you show your staff yet?
They saw it Thursday.
Did they have any comments about what?
One thing they were surprised, they thought cyberbullying would be higher, just with access to
Technology?
yeah, the technology they've got, they thought that'd be a little higher.
Yeah, and that's very low.
It is. And so the other thing we said there was the verbal. That's very typical
Yep.
of what you see there.